So here is activity 1 for your Innovation Center project. It's for Design 320. It's week 13 for your assignment guide. So we're going to create a design spec. And to start, of course, we have to know a little bit about the design. We find that in our student design folder. And you've seen this already. So here are some examples of what the design might entail. This is the specification of the design that's being given to you. You have to follow this, but you're going to get to choose which one you want to do. There's a number of them in there, and you can choose whichever one suits your fancy, but you do have to choose one of those. Okay, and then review those, and the next thing to do is to make a list of 5 possible businesses that could fill that space. And if you want to, I've made you a template. You can do your own thing here, but I've made a little planning template for you where you can show that you looked at one. This is the existing design, by the way, you're going to need, and you can put your proposed design over here, just a snip of the one that you chose. You're not doing the design, you're choosing one that has already been made. And then you can just make a little table to choose types of businesses. Now, here I've given you an example, a drone capture and processing, data processing business. And so I have a little background knowledge on that. You can make whatever businesses you want, but you have to figure out 5 businesses. Now realize, I'd like you to do a little bit of thought. Think about where this is. It's near American River College. What kind of businesses are already there? Maybe you don't want to compete up against those. What kind of businesses are not there? Maybe you want to open a small business that you see is advantageous because it's not serving that area well. Or do you have something that can just be a center, and it doesn't matter where the business is, like drone data capture? How much space is it going to need? Now, 300 square feet is pretty small, but you could get in there. For that, maybe I'll put in 500 square feet, something like that. I'll be thinking about it. How much space do I need to do this job? And what are the space needs? I need drone storage. I gotta have my drone. I have to be able to do maintenance on it and charge it and fix it and put cameras on it and things like that. I'll need a computer station and I'll need a server. Computer station is to do something with that data, and the server is to process it and send it forward to my client. So here's sort of some images that help me figure out how much space I might need. I'll probably need some cabinets and things like that too, but this gets me started. So you'll do this for 5 different businesses that you can think of that might go in that innovation center. So it's just some thought, some research, some figuring it out. You might already have ideas and background, and you'll just have to go look some things up. So that is this part of the activity. That's this first box. Go to your student design folder and find out which one of these that you might want to use, and then make a proposal of 5 different businesses. Now, in an innovation center, you would really want to be able to handle all 5 of those businesses all at once. But we're going to focus, once you have all 5 of them down, we're going to focus on one of them. And remember, this is some original work, original thought. It's your ideas, but you have to back them up so that somebody believes that you have the capability to design something that's possible. So once you've got that 5, we're going to focus in on one type of business. So in my little example here, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I've only showed you one of them. I expect this to be filled out completely. And then we're going to focus on 1. Let's see what it says. Provide visual examples of features, typical plans, image, and videos of it used. And you can use my template. Now, my template, I really, in my comments here, that's where I'd want to have more images of what I need. So I can reorganize this to get a couple more images in here. Let me change that from comments to images. And I'm going to put another column in here. Column to the insert column to the right. Go. And so now I can have some descriptions, some specs. Let me just give myself a little bit more room. You can play around with this to get it to fit nicely. Okay, some of this has to get a little bit smaller. And some of this probably has to get a little bit smaller to get things to fit well. And then you can get your images in here. And you can, so for the business type, again, you can put some of the same images that you've got before, but now you'll need your equipment. So I've said I want a DJI Matrice 800. Maybe I want a special camera. Maybe I want a special controller. Maybe I want some infrared. So as I put my list of equipment together, drone charging tools, I want cameras, which would be infrared, and maybe they've got some really amazing cameras by Canon and Pixelogic and all sorts of ones that we can do there. And there might be some other pieces of equipment that I would need. And so I would list those. How many do I need? I would list them, and I would put my images down. I might need some fancy controllers. I might need a heads-up display. So I could make a list. Now, this might have to get a little bit smaller as I go. It's not fitting very well. So I may have to do some work on this page to make things look right and make them fit and make it look visually appealing as I go. And again, I might have to put just some of the equipment in. And I might have to change some of these sizes so that things fit better, right? This is going to be up to you. Your job is going to get this to look like a nice, well-formatted, good design specification. Okay, so I want to know about the business type, what equipment there's going to be in there, what kind of furniture, what kind of data or e-commerce is going to be used. And look, if this is a ghost kitchen, this will look totally different. If this is a design studio, this will look totally different. If this is a recording studio, this will look totally different. So I am expecting yours to be significantly different than what I am presenting here, but you get the idea, okay? And you can use this. You don't have to use this format. You can use another format if you'd like, but if you don't have a format, you could do this. So you would make lists of equipment that you're going to make sure that your design can accommodate, furniture, data e-commerce, your space. Is it indoor? Is it outdoor? Maybe this needs to be outdoor. I can easily see that part of the Innovation Center might include some outdoor stuff. What type of employees? Are they self-employed? Do you have volunteers? Do you have technicians? Do you have laborers? Do you have drivers coming by to pick things up and drop things off? So what are your employers like, and what kind of visitors do you have? So that helps you get an idea of what this space is about. So that's your list, and then you make your spec out of that. So really, you've done, after you choose a business and you do this list, you do your spec, and you can see they're both on the same thing. Here's kind of the list of what you're going to put in here. Here's your specs. Here's your images. I've kind of combined most of activity 1 onto 1 or 2 sheets. So there you go. That hopefully will give you some idea of how to move forward with it. And away you go.